Hello guys, welcome back to the session of our learning session 4 in AutoCAD, which is entitled Editing Tools. Okay, so we are now on part 4 on our learning session. Okay, so this is entitled, we are now on editing using grips. Okay, so let's go to our presentation. Okay, so editing using grips when you select objects from the graphics window, small squares appear on them. Okay, so let's try to our AutoCAD application. Okay, so like in our previous example, we have this one. When we select a certain object, example circle, a square appears. Okay, so this is called uh, grips. Okay, those squares are called grips. You can use these grips to stretch, move, rotate, scale, and mirror objects, change properties, and perform other editing operations. Okay, grips are displayed on selecting different objects are shown below. So this one. Okay, for lines, if you observe, if we select a line, example in this drawing, select a line, three small squares appear. Okay, so like this one. For a circle, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and for polyline like this, okay, ellipse like this, same with circle, it has 5 small squares. For grips, for arc, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. For grips, then we have for block, this one. Then spline, then polygon, and dimension. Okay, let's go back to our presentation so that the screen is much bigger. Okay, so the following table gives you the details of the editing operations that can be performed when you select and drag grips. Okay, we have for circle, this one is for the object grip, where will we point our cursor for the grip, then the operation. Okay, so for this one, scale, select anyone of the grips, the circumference, and move the pointer to scale a circle. So like this, if you can observe, the red one is the selected grips on a certain object. Okay, so if you select here on the circumference, okay, so you will scale the circle. Okay, so if you select at the center, you will move just the circle. So move, select the center grip of the circle and move the pointer. So like this. For this stretch, select the grip on the following circumference. So like this. Okay, so this is grip on circumference. Okay, select the center grip of the arc and move the pointer. Okay, so this one, center on the arc, then we can move the object. Then for move, select the midpoint grip and move the pointer. For line, so this is the example for a line. Then stretch, lengthen. So select an endpoint grip and move the pointer. So like this one. So if we select the endpoint, we can lengthen or increase the length of the line. Okay. For stretch, this is for spline or polygon. Select the corner grips and move the pointer. So like this. So in polyline, we can observe that if you place the cursor on a certain grips or small square, a dialog box appears. So it has three options. So you can select either of the three. Okay, so depending on what you want on your drawing. Okay, so for corner grips, add remove vertex, place the pointer on the corner grip and select add vertex, remove, or remove vertex. Okay, this is for polylines, rectangles, and polygons. Okay, so like this. So this is the dialog box that I mentioned. Then convert to arc. So place the pointer on the midpoint grip and select convert to arc. So like this. Okay, so midpoint grips convert to line. Okay, so place the pointer on the midpoint grip of polyline arc and select convert to. Okay, so if you can observe, you can see this figure, it has line, line, then arc, line. So if you want to convert this arc, so just place the cursor on this point, then select convert to line from the tree. Okay. So for ellipse, if you want to move, you can place the your cursor on the center of the object. Okay, so for stretch, you will select at the circumference, then you can move. Okay, so for spline, so let's go back. Still select a grip on spline and move the pointer. So like this. Okay, so for adding and removing of fit point, you have to place the pointer on a fit point and select add fit point or remove fit point. So like this. Okay, so on polylines, this box always appears. Okay? So you can choose either on the tree depending on your objective on this. Okay, so for splines, for stretch vertices, you have to select the control vertices of a CB spline and move the pointer so like this. For adding and removing vertices, you have to place the pointer on the control vertex and select add or remove vertex. Okay, so it's the same. You will see a dialog box like this. For refining vertices, you have to place the pointer on the control vertex and select refine vertices. Okay, so we are now on modifying rectangular arrays. Okay, so you can use grips to edit rectangular arrays then dynamically. Various array editing operations using grips are given next. Okay, so for this one, I have to create the rectangular array as shown below. Okay, so this one. So let's go to our application. Okay, so let's have a new thing. Okay, so let's create a small circle. It has a diameter of 5. So 5. Then let's create the rectangular array. Okay, so this is the grips on a certain array for the rectangular array. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So we have 6, sorry. Then select the array, you will notice that grids are displayed on 8. So that one. Okay, so select the grid located at the lower left corner and move the array as shown below. So this one, we can, okay, so it moves. Okay, next, adding, removing, so let's try to see. Okay, so we are now on adding, removing label to a rectangular array. Okay, so let's check the drawing once again. Okay, so we have 10. So, okay, so we have columns for the columns already 4. So we go rows. So we have 4, 4, then we have 10. Okay, Speed incrementing elevation between rows. So for columns, we have 4 and so that next is we have to put labels on it. Okay. Okay, so let's this one. This is for labels. Okay. This is the pointer on the lower left grip. Lower left. So this one. Lower left grip on the rectangular array. Shortcut menu appears. Okay. So this one. So this is the menu. So now we go to labels. So this one we just click this one. Then you have to type 3 on it. 3. Okay, so see the distance between labels. Distance between labels. So this does not see in our, but we can use 1. So let's use 1. Okay. Then for this one, let's try this the view to top view by using the canvas control. Okay. So this is the options you can see. Right click on the grips, guys. So now we go to the view. So this one. Right, back, okay, north. Okay. So this is the, you can see the layers that we created. So we have 3 layers on it. Okay. So let's go back to in parallel. Okay. So that's it, guys. That's for arrays. Okay, so there are things also you can do in this array, guys. Example, if you want to in columns, you can see that there are 4 columns. So you can change that one by just uh, specifying a certain number here. Example, you want 6 or 7. So it now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. Okay, so if you want to specify the distance, example, you have to 10. So meaning that distance is between the columns. Okay, so if we go back to rows, okay, so the same if you want 7. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. Then we have 10 spacing. So that's it. You can specify a certain number of arrays, guys, using the grips. So this one, you can use that one. Okay. So I think that's all for arrays, and I hope you learn something from this one. This is very useful in creating fast and efficient because it will automatically copy certain objects. Okay. Now let's continue our our learning session. We are now on revisions clouds. Okay, so let's exit this one. Okay, save this one. Let's name this one. Sorry. Okay. Editing. Let's name this one modifying. Okay. Okay, so we are now on revision clouds. Okay, so revision clouds are used to highlight the areas in a drawing. If you want a certain area on the drawing that an engineer want to notice immediately, so you can put revision clouds on the drawings. Okay, so you can revision cloud using three different tools. Okay, so we have three different tools that can be used in AutoCAD. Okay, so for that one, let's start a new drawing. Okay, let's select CAD ISO. Let's wait for a while. Always remember, guys, that when we are opening an AutoCAD application, we know that AutoCAD application is a huge file on our computer, so you have to wait. Okay, so you have to wait that all features are functioning or loaded on the application. Okay, so we go now to our first example. Okay, so we already started renewing on the drawing, sorry. Then we go to the ribbon, then click annotate this one, then mark up. Okay, so mark up, sorry, this one, that's annotation. So mark up. So you can see we have two types. We have wipeout and revision cloud on on the ribbon, state cloud, then angular. Okay, state markup. Okay. So select arc length from the command line. So this one, arc length. Then type 3 and press enter. Type 3 and press enter to specify the minimum arc length. So 3. Then we have to type 5 for the maximum. Okay. Specify the first and second corners on the revision cloud. You can also select the object option. Select an object from the graphics window. The select object will be converted into a revision cloud. So if not, so we can create. Okay, so that one. So that's the revision. Okay. Okay, so let's create like this. Okay. Let's go. Hey, sorry. Okay, so let's create new one. Okay, so we have no. So let's use arc length. So select arc length on the command line. Type 3 and press enter for the specify minimum arc length. 5. Specify the first and second corners of the revision cloud. Starting. Okay, so I made a small Okay. So let's recreate again. Okay, let's try again. It's very because the command guys is very sensitive. That's why okay, so that's the revision cloud. Sorry, cloud. Okay, so like this, select the revision cloud and notice the grips. You can use the midpoint uh to stretch on new words at the revision cloud. Okay, so this one. So can click this one. We have stretch or add vertex or convert to line. Stretch. Okay, so like this. Okay, so we know the first method. Okay, so you can use the corner point grip to stretch or move vertices. Now for example number 2, on the ribbon, click annotate, mark up revision cloud polygonal. Okay, I think okay, so for my revision cloud for 2015, because this is 2016, so we only use one. So I think this is good to go for drawings. So no for other revision cloud methods. Okay. Next is okay. So let's check the time. Okay. So I think so I think for one exercise, or I can make this one too. Okay. So I think okay. So I will make other video for the exercises so that we can follow some of the methods used in editing tools. Okay, so I think that's all for learning session 4. So we have finished for part for these learning sessions. And next video for learning session 4, guys, is I will have a video for exercises. Then I will try some of the exercises, and I hope other exercises will be done by you without following my what I have done. Okay, so you can do that one by yourself so that you will learn. Okay, so we have 10 exercises for learning session 4. So maybe I will make 2 or 3 of on that exercises, and the remaining 7 you will create that one That's for learning purposes, and I hope you follow the instructions. Okay, I think this is for our learning AutoCAD. If you want to learn, so you need to follow. Okay, so thank you, and see you in learning session 5 for AutoCAD.